Anthony Conklin, AnthonyJConklin.com. Yes, the sun is in my eyes. It won't be for much longer because here we go. I'm everywhere at AnthonyJConklin.com. 26 years in corporate America, 27 years in the entertainment space. I'm a keynote speaker, motivational speaker, wild and crazy guy. I'd love to inspire people to take action in their lives so they can be better for themselves, but also to be better for people in their lives. Salespeople. The way to close deals is not to give all the answers all in one sitting. You ever notice when you go to dinner, right? You have either a salad, then you'll have your main course, and then you might have a dessert, right? When you go to a restaurant, they don't give you the salad, main course, and the dessert all in one big plate. You can't consume all of that in one sitting. So salespeople, the thing about closing deals is you can't fire hose customers with all types of information, all types of data, okay? Because you overwhelm them. Some of these sales trainers like to say, you paint them in a corner and then you close the deal, all right? Close the deal. That's not how it works, because at the end of the day, that customer will be a customer and will never become a client. You want to have clients in your life. You don't want to have customers in your life. You want clients. Clients are those people that buy over and over and over again. They become referral partners and they become what I call raving fans. So the key thing in sales to closing the deal are building relationships, providing data, but asking questions has to be part of that 3. I mean, I could give you a listing of 10 things that you might want to think about when you're trying to close a deal. The one thing I found in the years I've been in selling, and just because I've been in sales a long time, doesn't mean I think an old way. I constantly innovate, I constantly create, I constantly adapt. Because if you don't adapt, you're just going to die. So what I'm finding out, and what I'm learning more and more from being around exceptional and extraordinary salespeople, whether it be sales leaders or sales executives, is they always know when to ask the question. Because that's what it comes down to, is asking questions. Questions is what closes deals, not always giving answers. So here's a situation. You've done your product demos, you provided all the data, they've done all the reference checking, they like your product, they think you're better than the competition, and then all of a sudden, the deal comes to a screeching halt. Customer says, well, I don't know if this is the right move right now, but I have some other questions I want to ask you. And then you go back and forth and you answer their questions, but for some reason the deal gets stalled. And the reason why it gets stalled is this. Here's the secret, guys. Here's the answer. The reason why a deal gets stalled is because you've provided way too much information. They're not able to consume or absorb all that information in one sitting, and they're overwhelmed. And it's either they don't like you, or they don't trust you, or they don't trust themselves. So how do you resolve that? Well, the way to resolve it, it's very simple, is you ask questions. Mr. Customer, understand how you feel why you don't want to do this deal today. May I ask a few questions? Or may I suggest we have a 20-minute briefing and go over some of your concerns? Because what that does is that takes the attention off of you wanting to squeeze the throat of the customer and get them to close the deal, and it moves it towards, hey, this guy or gal cares about me, and I'm willing to answer some questions to make me feel better. It could be to make their boss feel better. It could make me feel better. It could make the company feel better. Maybe the budget needs to be approved. But the key thing here is, guys, this is really, really important. The key thing is to ask questions. You want to uncover the concerns, right? Anthony Iannarino, he says they're not issues, they're concerns. And your job as a sales exec, whether it be a sales leader, whether you're a chief sales officer, a chief marketing officer, or a president of a company, or whether you're just a junior sales executive, your job and your responsibility is to absolutely ask questions. Find out what their challenges are, what's missing, what do they need to understand, why is this coming up now? Or is this coming up now because of something that we didn't answer? Let's dig a little deeper. So here's a book I would suggest you guys reading that I found to be really helpful. It's called Power Questions. It's by it's Sobel. Yeah, Michael Sobel, I think the name is. Sorry, guys, I should have been more prepared with that. It's called Power Questions. It's a fantastic book. I have it on audio. And you also get a bonus attachment, which gives you an additional 200 questions. And I tell you, if you're a seasoned executive, or even if you're just starting out in sales, this book, Power Questions, is an absolute must. And the one of the things I like about the book, I like many things about the book. One thing I do like about the book is that it just doesn't give you examples for business. It gives you examples for personal interactions. It gives you examples if you're sitting with a high wealth chief executive, or if you're sitting with somebody who's it could be a religious figure, it could be a neighbor, it could be someone who owns a small business. I think the examples are just so amazingly helpful. So the book's called Power Questions. I think you guys should definitely take a look at it. So the key takeaway here, guys, is the way to close deals is through asking questions, not giving answers all the time. You want to give answers to questions, but you don't want to close the deal with a question, with an answer. You want to close the deal with asking a question. So, Mr. Customer, if we were able to meet these 3 milestones, are we ready to move ahead? Are we ready to close the deal? Because that is what's going to get you to close the deal, by asking the questions at the right time. Hey guys, thanks for joining me. Really appreciate it. Anthony Conklin, motivational, inspirational tips every single day, whether it be business or life. I'm at AnthonyJConklin.com. I'm a Twitter at Anthony J. Conklin, right here on Instagram at Anthony.ace. Hope you enjoyed my stream. If you do, please send me some comments. Let me know if I'm getting through. I really appreciate it. I do these videos for you, but I also do them for myself. Helps me understand things in life too as well. And in the famous words of Les Brown, he says, you have greatness within you. And all of you watching the stream, you have to know that you have this great gift within you. It's there. You can't deny it. You can't suppress it. You can't dismiss it. It's a gift that you have. You need to live that gift every day in your life. And your job in life is to make a difference, is to leave a legacy and leave people better than they were before they met you. Thanks so much, guys. Really appreciate your time. Until next time, I love you, and we'll see you soon.